Hey guys, in this review we're checking out the Dreame X50 Ultra robot vacuum. This is Dreame's flagship robot vacuum, and it has a pretty hefty price tag of $1,700.
Camera monitoring.
At the time of this video, they are running a promotion, so check the comments as I will pin the latest deals and discount codes. There's a ton of reviews on this vacuum that cover the insane tech, but in this review, we're just gonna see if it works. Because you can have all the fancy tech in the world, but if it sucks, or doesn't suck rather, I guess you know what I mean. If it doesn't work, what's the point? Full disclosure, Dreame sent me this vacuum, but I have no ties to Dreame. They didn't tell me what to say, and I didn't tell them that I recently did product testing for a very large vacuum manufacturer and destroyed their very expensive vacuum within less than a month. I can't show you that because I signed an NDA. This vacuum is pretty much ready to go out of the box. Just lay down the mop pads, fill the water tank, add the cleaning solution, scan the QR code, and connect to Wi-Fi. The first thing you'll do is map your house. Basically, the vacuum will work its way around your house and create a map. You can add multiple floors to the map. It did a pretty good job of mapping our house, and you can go in the app and customize it by naming rooms and dividing or combining rooms if the maps aren't quite right. This is nice because you can tell the vacuum to just go clean a specific room, either through the app or voice control. Okay, Dreame.
I'm here.
Clean the bathroom.
Okay, start to clean the bathroom. Make sure the door is open.
You can also set the vacuum to vacuum only, vacuum and mop. The app is packed with settings that you just have to dig through to see what works best for you. The manual is not great in explaining the app settings, but the app itself does a great job in giving you the info you need. I set up an obstacle in my house and programmed it into the app. When I sent the Dreame to clean that room, it had a hard time navigating the obstacle. It finally gave up and went all the way around it to clean. That's pretty smart, but I wanted it to jump it. I set up another obstacle, and this time the Dreame tried but failed multiple times. I remembered in the app there was a couple settings for obstacle crossings, so I selected the other option, and this time it went over like a champ. This is pretty crazy that this vacuum can jump over obstacles with relative ease. As far as suction power, I was actually impressed. I feel it did better with weightier items. For instance, it had zero issues with this rice in the carpet.
Yes.
Did it get it?
Yeah.
Did it vacuum it? And it sucked up this dog food like nobody's business. But it did leave some light debris on a carpet that I wouldn't have thought it would struggle with. But overall, fairly solid job on the carpets, and I know our other vacuums have struggled with the dog hair in our carpets and have gotten tangled in the rollers. I think this is our most impressive test. We laid a pile of Hudson's dog hair on the carpet and remote controlled the vacuum over it, and after a few passes back and forth, it picked it all up. Even more impressive was the fact that there were zero tangles in the brush and rollers. With our other vacuums, we regularly have to clean the rollers. This would typically go back to the base and unload into a bag, but it's easy to empty and clean from here as well. I thought the mop function worked well. If you know that there was some spillage in that room, you can send the Dreame to clean it, or even better, you can select a zone to clean and just target that specific area. One thing I think we messed up on was when we mapped the house, we left these thick mats on the floor, and now the vacuum doesn't think it can get into this recess. I read a comment that you can remote control it over to that area and it will remap that section, but that hasn't been the case for us, and I think we'll need to remap the entire house to include this recess. And I had no idea how disgusting it was in here, so thanks Dreame for bringing that to my attention. The mops have little legs on them, so they will extend into areas the whole unit can't fit into. Once the unit is done mopping, it will return to the base and clean the mop pads, as well as empty the dirty water.
Start charging. Start auto empty.
You can also set this up to where it will detach the mop pads when vacuuming carpet, although if you set them to stay on, they do lift up and they're out of the way while vacuuming. Another cool feature is the camera.
Camera monitoring.
You can remote control this thing while remote viewing and even send it to find your pets.
Start finding pets.
This thing has sensors all over it, and it's pretty good at sensing obstacles and working around them. So if you do leave something out, it's not that big of a worry. It also has this cool light that turns on in the dark to help with obstacle avoidance. It's also great at working itself out of a jam and will find its way out without your help. After a while, this just becomes kind of a set it and forget it unit. You occasionally have to clean the gray water tank and fill the clean water in solution. It's a good idea to keep the filters and sensors clean as well, but overall, this thing just works well by itself. And if something doesn't seem to be working the way you think it should, check the app because there's a million different settings, including suction power, mop wetness, and intensive and deep cleans. It's a very intense app with a lot of features. That's it for this review. We hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out the comments section for the latest deals and discount codes. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.